Всем привет! Всем привет! So, what can I say about the topics? I run out of words because it's really difficult to deal with people who are unwilling to listen. I don't want any side to, hate each other as such, but I don't see much of a solution um, if the hatred doesn't stop. And where do we need to start to stop the hatred? In my opinion, we need to start with what we teach people, like in the schools or what the media spreads, So if the messages that, we hear and those are very negative, then yeah, we just take them and this is what we learn, so if we have a negative view of something, yeah, we certainly are going to hate that, I don't know, group of people or whoever, so I'm saying, but having said that, there is a legitimate reason, for being frustrated and upset. Obviously, I do understand your pain too, because I'm just a nobody. So, I understand what pain means. And so we need to start with education and what we tell people. They learn, especially the children, they learn what we teach them. If we teach them hatred and negative things, they are going to, we are indoctrinating the children. So it's really it's horrible if the message is hatred um, and very negative view, then we don't help anyone. Having said that, if you feel upset, you have legitimate reason. I do understand that the world is very frustrating, no doubt about that. But hatred, where it's going to lead? Destruction. I mean, the world is already at upheaval. So, I mean, I don't have to tell you the news. I have already posted on my wall. So, you know what happens and what happened. So, it doesn't lead to anything, between Israel and Iran. What takes place. It's just um bad for the civilians, and who cares about the civilians? Actually, that's the question I want to ask. Who really cares about the civilians? Because none of them deserve, to be attacked. Like, this is something really wrong. And when I saw the news this morning, I was also upset. um I I didn't feel good, what did the news say? 78 people died in the Tehran attacks, and so 78 people died in the Tehran attacks, like civilians, I suppose. And that's not a small number, and well, if you want to punish people because you think the regime is bad, why do why do you do things against the civilians? I mean, that's the thing. Like, but you say no, the civilians we don't have issue with. Really? So why do those civilians have to suffer? They don't deserve to suffer, in my opinion, regardless of whatever, so I'm just saying. But the world doesn't come to its senses. Like, hatred, it starts with education and what people, but the thing is, economical reasons, the gap between the rich and poor is very wide. So obviously hatred is easily spreading because people just feel frustrated with, their lives. So they can't do things, and there's a huge gap between the rich and the poor. And I understand how you feel, and I also feel the same way. There's just no way to get out of the situation. But the hatred is leading to destruction. So yeah, it's but there's the thing, humans are unable to make peace. In my opinion, it's impossible with humans. If I look at the messages, I receive from strangers I don't even know, some of them are really horrible. Like, I don't know, like, what I have done to them that they send me such horrible messages. I'm asking myself, why? What's the reason, And just there's hatred in people in general. I mean, you could see someone else on the screen and you would hate that person, talking to you. This is the nature of human nature, is so evil, and we just can't stop, like, it doesn't matter what you do for people, it's never going to be appreciated. People are going to find fault with you regardless of whatever. This is the main thing. This is why it's so futile. It's pointless. With people, you realize they can betray you, they can hurt you anytime. And there's just no way to stop that. It's disappointing. People are disappointing, and the human race is very disappointing in every sense. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm just an average nobody. I can't do anything for anyone. I mean, I can't do anything for the suffering civilians on any side, in any conflict, in any war. I can't do anything for them. But I'm just saying, I myself also receive hatred from you or whoever, So, I don't see any hope. I don't see any hope for humans. It's just heading downhill, and the prophecies that the evangelist Christians want to accomplish, Mr. Trump, I'm sorry, but yeah, he's not helping anyone. I mean, so, they are leading the world towards destruction. I mean, I don't think they are stopping, anything. It's just heading towards, downfall. Everything is heading towards destruction. And, well, if it's the prophecies, from the Bible or whatever, it's just horrible. Why do any civilians need to suffer because of that? Tell me, why do you think those civilians had to suffer? Tell me why. What was the point? Just because some people believe that, the prophecies need to be fulfilled, and Trump believes in that. Why? If I had been in Iran right now, I would be frustrated. Like, why was I punished as a civilian? Like, I can speak some English or something, and why was I punished? That's just a question, a general question. So why? Why do the civilians need to be punished? Tell me. And just these, prophecies, people say, they believe in such. But this is towards destruction. They are basically destroying people. But we average nobodies, we cannot do anything about the destruction. It's just, yeah, we just witness it, and that's it. Nothing I can say is going to change anything. Absolutely nothing. Pointless. But I'm just saying it's frustrating to see and witness such events that we can hear on the news. And I'm very sad for Iran and the Iranian people. Um, Regardless of what you think, I don't know, maybe you think they are bad or whatever, evil or something, but why? Do we know them? How well do you know them? Not all of us have the opportunity. I myself haven't had the opportunity to be present in the country. No, I have never been to, but I'm just saying in general, I don't, vilify. I don't vilify the people, like, yeah, I hear on the news all kinds of bad stuff, but I, I don't want to vilify, that's the thing. But the news tell us, no, 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 no. We have to vilify, I don't know, this and that. You remember, I mean, the Arab Spring, and the countries, Tunisia, Egypt, and so forth, regime changes and all that, and people, and, well, you remember Syria? Well, there was obviously regime change in Syria too, just like in the other countries, and so Israel wanted these things to happen, right? And well, Iran is on their list too, right? So I'm just saying, yeah, I would be called an idiot, I think, by those who, want to spread hatred. I would be called an idiot. Why does she say this? This is nonsense. What she says is nonsense. But yeah, all these changes, in Syria and in other countries. Well, what does it tell us? What does it tell us? There is somebody who is leading these events. And yeah, you know the answer. Okay, this, having said that, I'm not saying I want you to hate this or that or something else. No, but actually nobody is commenting on the video. So you just listen. I don't know, is it real people who listen to my live or both accounts? I wonder. Anyway, so yeah, education and all that would need to revise. But there are reasons, we can see that average human beings are being destroyed in the world. So we don't receive value. We are not valued. And that's the problem. We are not valued. Human beings are not treated properly. And this is an issue. An economical situation leads to, terrible things. And that's the saddening part, that some people do bad things because of their bad economic situation. A very saddening fact, but this is reality, reality, like. And yeah, we are just being replaced. I mean, don't you think that artificial intelligence and everything is used against humans, right? So, some occupations are going to be replaced, like no longer taxi drivers, no longer in the future. There will be no taxi drivers or waiters, waitresses, and all that. Just because, these robots and artificial intelligence technology, it will replace humans. And why is that? They want to replace humans because, again, religion. um that some, I think, believe that, oh, humans are flawed from, like, start, since the sin, and so every human is flawed and imperfect. So they think they need to destroy humans, and bring about the Messiah as soon as possible, right? Jesus. So they work on that they want to bring Jesus, like his second coming sooner. They are working on that. So the evangelist Christians are doing everything they can to make things bad in the world. And yeah, I mean, attacking Iran is not something that was, so what did it lead to? I mean, um, some people were killed, right? Did it lead to anything good? So I'm saying it's very disappointing what's happening in the world. It's very disappointing, and we can't do anything about it. Just average, human beings, we are powerless. We don't have power. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I don't like what the evangelist Christians are doing. So they team up with Israel, and the Middle East is getting destroyed, and well, the rest of the world too slowly, as artificial intelligence gains, more and more areas, it's getting worse, for humans. And so, yeah, I don't know what else can I say. It's not going to change anything. It's just going downhill, as the prophecies are saying in the books. So yeah, thanks for listening. But yeah, whether you think I'm stupid, whatever, well, think whatever you want. You are not going to change anything. Life is already miserable, so it's not going to change. If you hate on me, it's not going to change that. Yeah, well, who cares? I just feel, I don't know, that we people are so irrelevant, you know. So yeah, saddening, but yeah, we're just sharing with you these thoughts. What do you think about the topics I have mentioned? What's your opinion on the topic? I don't know if anyone would respond. I don't think anyone will, but yeah. So take care and just ponder, think about the topics. Take care, bye.